So I want to do an update video on the Pokemon Center website and show you guys the top selling products and which ones are the best to buy right now, comparing them to market price. So we're just going to go over a few of the products that are top selling here, and I'm going to compare them to market price and give you guys my thoughts on which ones are the best out of these. So you can see here the top four are these ones: Shrouded Fable PCETBs. Then we have Brilliant Stars build and battle boxes, which I'm sort of surprised this is up here, because I really thought it'd probably be maybe, Temporal Forces booster boxes or something like that, but it's the build and battle just boxes from Brilliant Stars. Then we have Battle Styles booster boxes here. I'm not that surprised because it is under market by a good amount. Then we have Temporal Forces booster bundles, which is surprising because, like I said, I thought Temporal Forces booster boxes would be up here, but the booster bundles are actually selling more than the booster boxes, which I'm going to get to that when I show you guys the prices, why I believe that's happening. Then we have the Build and Battle stadiums down here, which I guess is not too surprising that they're below the Build and Battle boxes, because this is a, I guess, lower entry point because it's $20 versus $60. But I did tell you guys long term, I think stadiums do perform a little bit better. There's a little bit more of a somewhat premium with them, and plus they're easier to store, so you don't have a bunch of these small boxes laying around. But they are here. And then the other two boxes I'm going to cover here are the Stellar Crown booster boxes and Temporal Forces booster boxes. So let's first go, we're going to go down in order here. Let's look at Shrouded Fable Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. Now, really not much to say with these because obviously they're still available on Pokemon Center. That's the cheapest place to get them, but they are on TCG Player. And surprisingly, some people have paid above MSRP for these. I don't really understand it because you can get them from Pokemon Center direct unless these places are in maybe an area where they can't ship from the Pokemon Center, which I don't even know if TCG Player would sell to anywhere that Pokemon Center can't. But there are people buying these for $80 and some people paying like a little bit less than that. But I mean, there's a decent amount of sales for like 80s, so that is somewhat surprising. But yeah, people are buying these for 75, like $80, and the lowest listed is 85. So you can still get them for $60 on Pokemon Center. I've never been a fan of Shrouded Fable. Same way I've never been a fan of Battle Styles, but they are the last Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box here. So if you're one of those people that, it's a lot of people now that are buying these, I guess lower tier sets because they're the cheapest option. This is probably, and this is me saying this, probably one of the better, investments to make, buying if you're planning on buying the lower tier sets now, because it's a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. Yes, it's of Shrouded Fable, but if you are going to go to the extent of buying like Vivid Voltage or Battle Styles or something like that, I think Shrouded Fable is not that bad of an option for PC ETBs. So next here we have Brilliant Stars Build and Battles. Now these ones right now are $20 for MSRP. If you compare to market, it's not that great of a deal. It's like what, $4 on the market. So you're not honestly getting that much, buying these. You're paying about $5 per pack. If you search the price per pack for Brilliant Stars, it's about $5. So, these will take a little bit of time to go up, especially now Sword and Shield is kind of not really seeing any growth. But if you do want to get ahead of the curve, I've talked about this before, Brilliant Stars, long term, it's going to perform extremely well. It has EVs, it has Charizard, so, I mean, it's pretty much just, self-explanatory. So as of right now, it's not the best deal on here because if you compare to market price, not really much different. But it's still good to have, in my opinion, long term if you're trying to invest into some Sword and Shield stuff, because you're still getting it at MSRP, which at this point for Sword and Shield stuff is pretty good. So not a bad option, but it's not the best deal out here right now. So next, Battle Styles. Now Battle Styles, I've told you guys I don't like this set. I've made a video showing you guys the guy who bought like, what is it, 8 cases of these booster boxes. Yeah. Was it 8 cases? No, it was 8. Was it 8 cases of Battle Styles? I think it was, right? So yeah, Battle Styles. The reason why a lot of people are buying is because it's still available for MSRP at $143, and when you look at market price, it's at $170. So you're getting about a $30 discount. I made that video, and I mean I understand the play, especially Tyranitar is now $200 in the set, but Battle Styles is not very. It's not very liquid. It's not very sought after. It's okay. So in my opinion, this is a good buy on Pokemon Center, especially when you can buy 8 cases at a time if you want. However, long term, this is always going to be an underperformer. It's just going to. It's not going to be one of those sleepers that out of nowhere just skyrockets. It'll always be behind, Brilliant Stars, Lost Origin, Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike. It's never going to be above these. Just know that when you're buying. So I will say at this moment it is a good buy, but know where the ceiling is at, right? Know that yes, it's a low risk play right now, but also know that when it's lower risk, it's not it doesn't have a very high ceiling. That's just my thoughts about Battle Styles. So I think it is a good buy if you are looking for older stuff. Kind of the same thing, I guess I said with Shrouded. People are going for the lower end stuff. Battle Styles is a lower end set, but if you compare to market, it is a good buy on Pokemon Center. But I just wouldn't buy a ton. Next here, which is interesting, like I said, are Temporal Forces booster bundles. Why are they up here? Why are the booster boxes not selling more than the booster bundles? Obviously, you can argue, booster bundles being a lower, cost of entry, which is true. But booster boxes are, the premium products, so why aren't they up here? Well, look at the market price. So you can see MSRP is 27, and when you compare to market, it's like $10 under. And I went on eBay as well. They're selling for this price, and even here you can see the reason why I say that. There's not that much sales data on these, but they are selling for $36 on eBay. I have checked, so you can get them for $10 under market price buying from the Pokemon Center website. Now I actually don't know the purchase limit of 25. I think this is a case quantity. I believe it's either 20 or 25. I think it's 25. I believe. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. But you can buy this right now and be technically on paper up $10 on each booster bundle, which honestly is pretty insane. You can do that right now for Temporal Forces. However, I do believe this is slightly overpriced for being $36 because I think Surging Sparks booster bundles are only 40, I think in the low 40s. So this is somewhat kind of expensive. I don't know exactly why it is the way it is because Temporal Forces booster boxes are basically still MSRP and these are over that. So it is kind of surprising. But booster bundles, I have mentioned before, they do hold a premium. Booster bundles do. So yeah, you can get them for a pretty good deal buying from Pokemon Center, which is surprising comparing to market price. That was very surprising. I was actually very surprised. So next here, not much to say. Just the Build Battle Stadiums, they're $60 on here, and if you compare it to market price, you can see here it's going for around $75. Not much sales data, on TCG Player. I did cross check with eBay. They are selling for around $65 to $70, not $75. So it's the same thing with these Build and Battle, just boxes. As of right now, they're not the greatest deal at the time being because Sword and Shield really isn't going up much anymore. So these aren't the greatest buy right now, but if you're holding long term, getting Sword and Shield, especially like Brilliant Stars, is good right now. But you can't expect to see insane gains anytime soon. So the last two boxes here, I'm going to cover Stellar Crown. So Stellar Crown is $170, which I still think is crazy because this is a very new set. It's the 7th set, but you can still buy on Pokemon Center. You can buy in quantities of 25, which is surprising because for a lot of Scarlet and Violet booster boxes, you can only buy in limits of 6. So it's very possible maybe they do just have a lot of these available, but they are under MSRP, or I guess they're under market at 170. It's like $9-10 under I guess market if you're buying from here. It's not the best deal ever, but yeah, they are cheapest here. It's an okay deal. Personally, me, I wouldn't really buy Stellar Crown at MSRP, just because I don't think it's that great of a set. It's all right. It has the Bulbasaur and Squirtle, but yeah, it's cheapest here. But I really wouldn't buy. So this one definitely is a lower tier, buy in my opinion, out of all these ones I've showed you here. Lastly, I've covered this before. Temporal Forces booster boxes you can still buy on Pokemon Center. And this one does have, I think, a purchase limit of 6, not 25. And when you do actually compare it to market price, it's pretty much the exact same. However, I've mentioned this before, these very soon are going to shoot up in price. Like, look here, guys. You can see in the past few days, around 5 to 10 are being sold. Look at the supply here. You can see we're hitting 170s very soon here. And you can see quickly it jumps to 170 and quickly goes to 180. Then down here, it reaches 200. If you look at the supply, it's not that much. So if you are going to buy this on Pokemon Center, as of right now, it doesn't seem like a great deal. But in my opinion, in a month from now, I think this is going to be a very good, deal to buy right now. If you are planning to, Temporal Forces could definitely still get reprinted because, you know, it's the 5th set. Everybody talks about, you know, the first 4 sets probably not getting reprinted. So this is the 5th set. Maybe gets reprinted. Honestly, in my opinion, even if it does, I don't think it's going to get a big one. We see Pokemon focusing on more popular sets like Surging Sparks, Prismatic Evolutions, talking about reprints with those. Where, you know, we're getting Surging. So Temporal, I think, is not that bad of a buy at MSRP, especially when you look at supply. And it does look like it's going to be hitting 200 here pretty soon, which is sort of surprising. So yeah, let's end this video. Just want to go over these top sellers and give you guys my opinions on which ones are better than others. Because there are some ones on here like that are surprising where you can buy them for well under market buying from Pokemon Center, and then some other ones which aren't that great as of right now buying. So let's end this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one.